Hey guys, I'm Caleb.
I'm Sean. We're here, Family Outdoors. Today we're going to cook up a bit of a bushcraft brunch. We're going to take a look at the cold steel trail boss that I picked up. I've done a little bit of mods to it. You can see I put the ruler on it. We're also going to take a peek at another extremely useful bushcraft tool. That is a set of chisels. Stick around. So as part of our review on the cold steel trail boss, we're going to use it to split up some of our firewood. So for this method, I'm going to just hold the axe head on there.
Got a big knot in that one.
So that's one method you can use when you're chopping with an axe. It's a fairly safe method. The other method you can use is just the good old-fashioned bring it down and split it. If these are cut pretty crooked so they don't stand upwards a darn. It's a nice sharp axe.
So should be good.
Another method you can do, if you set your piece on top, you give it a couple taps just so it seats into the axe, you don't hit it hard, then you can bring it down with a little more force. This one's got quite the knot in them. There we go. We got a bunch of wood chopped up. That'll do just fine. The other thing I kind of want to take a bit of a look at here when it comes to this axe is how well it does for the finer tasks. So you can make pretty decent wood shavings with it, that's for sure. You can make fine ones, right up to big coarse ones. So yeah, works pretty decent for that too. I mean, these aren't feather sticks, these are wood shavings. So Caleb's gonna get going on the fire now, and we'll take a video of that.
I'm gonna be starting this fire with birch bark here. We have some nice big bundle birch bark here for once we get it going. We have our tinder, like our starting. So let's rough it all up. Make sure we catch all the fine stuff. push all that fun stuff into a pile. Set this on the side. And as you can see, we have a nice big kindling bundle here. Let's just get this here, so we're not reaching over. Grab this, grab our striker.
So today we want to try to utilize some of this stuff that we had picked up, like the cold steel trail boss that we used to split up the firewood. We're also going to be using these chisels, which I showed you guys earlier. These are a very fantastic bushcraft tool. I mean, you don't need a whole set, but you know, take one chisel out, a 1-inch chisel, or maybe a 3/4 inch chisel, and throw it in your pack. I guarantee you, you'll use this kind of stuff a lot. Today, what we're going to do is utilize this log, and we are going to fashion it into a bowl. So that's what we're going to do while we're sitting around the fire. And then once we hit a certain point in the day, we're out for the day. So we're going to just do a few activities and make the bowl, cook up some lunch, stuff like that. So yeah, let's get to it.
Thursdays I have archery. Then after school activity that I go to only on Thursdays, it goes till 5:30. And the type of bow we use, I'm sorry I don't have any to show you, but Genesis is the bow brand we use. For archery we have competitions. We had one competition yesterday. It was at College High, Harry College High, and it's archery. It's fun being enrolled in archery. It's good focus building. It's good to learn it in any bushcraft situation if you have to hunt, and it's good for your focus, and yeah, it's good to learn how to do it.
So that's another thing that's a good skill to learn when you're out in the bush. You know, everything from how to craft your own bow. There's a lot of videos on that. We'll be doing one in the future as well. Definitely a great skill to know when you're out in the bush or in a survival situation, how to utilize what's around you to fashion that kind of stuff to up your chances of procuring food. We're just waiting here, and we're going to get started on making our bowl. To make the bowl, I think what we're going to do on this particular one is go from the top down. So when you're sitting there, it'll be a higher bowl, not a tiny bowl on the ground. we're going to utilize a bigger bowl that kind of sits right in front of you, and you cook in it with hot rocks.
Which we have right here. I can pick one up, show you they're all frozen, but right here. I don't need to stick one in the fire.
No, we don't need to do that yet. So yeah, we're going to get to starting to chip away on this. We'll be using the chisels and the cold steel axe. So to start this off, I'm just going to chisel a little area out here where some hot coals can sit, and we'll start to burn the bowl in.
Right in the heart of the wood.
A mallet is a very useful bushcraft tool. We make one all the time. They don't last forever, but man, they're a useful tool.
And easy to make.
This particular mallet, Caleb made, and you can see that in the Kids Camp Bushcraft 101 video.
Smell this, Dad. It smells very happy. This be good for fire lighting.
This is a green log, so no.
Not resinous enough.
Well, not green, like it fell down, but. The wood we are using is spruce. Recently one fell down here close to the day camp, so we decided we'd utilize a chunk of it to try to make a bowl. Do you want to grab the tongs?
These things got.
So, with our indent in our bowl, we're going to use a pair of tongs, which is just basically a crotch stick. You squeeze it, they go together, they work really good for grabbing coals and such and setting them where you want them. Now, all I want to do is ruffle around the fire here. Find some good hot coals, not drop them on the wet ground, and set them on the bowl. It's a pretty big one, but it'll do the trick. Now,
Where's your long pipe?
we're gonna sit here and just let this burn in. I've got my bellows with me, and we'll be utilizing that to lightly blow into the bowl and expedite the burning process.
We have a collapsible bellow here. It's, I believe, half inch to 3/8. It's a nice bellow just for blowing on bowls.
to blow softly and right into the heart of the coal.
And it's good for not needing to put your face in and get sparks all over your face.
And you can shorten it too if you want. You don't have to have it so long.
We're just going to shorten it so it's a bit easier too.
This process can take a bit of time, but it's a lot easier than whittling your entire way through the bowl.
And it's good. Make sure you don't, if you're doing this, not to breathe in on the pipe, or else you'll take in all the smoke and stuff that's coming off. As you can see, a good tactic for what I'm doing is I'll blow on it lightly, put off the pipe, inhale, put back the pipe, exhale. Then you're not taking in all the bad crap and stuff from the coals and stuff.
Probably not the best choice of language, right? It's nice to be out again. It's a good day to be in the bush. The day camp here is located in an ideal place that we can come out here quite often. It's not hard to get to.
And it's very nice just to sit here by the fire.
So this is what we're up to. We're going to just shut the camera off for a little bit. We'll catch back in with you guys once we have some process or something to show. I mean, to sit here and do a big time-lapse video of, you know, blowing air onto a piece of wood is just not going to make for the best video. So we're getting our brunch on the go now. We got the bacon in the pan. Caleb's just kind of holding it over the coals he's got going on there on the bowl that we're making. And I'm going to get some water on here right quick so we can get our rice started. Alright, so what we're going to do is the same thing we do with our Expedition Research Grill. We're going to just pull some coals out of the fire, lay them down, set the pan right on top here.
Here, Dad.
I got it.
Sorry.
So what we've done is we've got our water on to boil for the rice, and we've got the bacon. We pulled some coals ahead and put 2 green logs again and set the pan right up on top across those, much the same as we do with the Expedition Research Grill. So this is where we're sitting right now. Bacon's just sitting on the coals. We'll leave that go for a while longer. We got our shrimp on there. They're frozen, so they gotta thaw a little bit. We also got our water is still on for the rice. Caleb's making headway on the bowl.
It's good to sometimes get just a nice small fire going to re-excite the coals to keep them warm, hot.
You can see Izzy's back there. So our bacon is almost done now. We've got our shrimp on in here. The rice is in the water. Once that's done, we're going to throw that in a little pan. We're going to fry it with egg and add the shrimp and the bacon to a wrap, and that'll be lunch.
And that looks like it has pepper on it. We're just going to dump all that into the fire.
Negative.
We're going to use it for the...
So now our bacon, we're going to just set to keep warm. Dump our rice in there.
Oh, I don't know.
Now we've got our eggs in the rice. And we're just going to scramble them all up together now that the rice is fried. So we're on the last legs of the meal now. The rice has been fried, the eggs have been added to it, the shrimp have been added in. We're just about ready to go here. Once again, you guys know I love this, the roasted garlic and red pepper. Definitely adding that in there.
Beside your path. Do you mind if I move the bowl?
No, you can move it.
Thanks.
To do this, let's take a couple pieces of bacon. Lay them down inside. Scoop up the rest of the mixture here.
Get some shrimp.
Try to do it over the bowl so if any falls out, it stays in there.
And the coyotes don't come back. Thank you.
Now, with that, oops, see I dropped some. Fold my end in here. Forward, forward. Here you have it. Lunch. Really good? No. We all know this wouldn't be right if I didn't make one for my little dog. Izzy likes to eat with the rest of us. We like it that way. Sit. Good girl. So a little bit of bushcraft brunch. After we're done eating, we're going to go back to working on the bowl. See if we can't get that done today. That was a fantastic lunch. I'm going to get a little bit of water back on here now to boil, have some tea while we keep working on the bowl. If we don't get the bowl finished this time, we're not in too big of a panic for it or anything. It just gives us something to do while we're out here sitting by the fire. It's also good for Caleb to be able to do the bowl, and he's learning new skills and a different way to do it. When he comes back, he's going to resume getting coals in. When you're doing the bowls, adding punk wood creates more coals. So we're getting a pretty good deep burn going on here now. Just to make sure we're controlling what we're doing, we're going to rub it out a little bit. The reason you want to keep doing this is so you can see where exactly the heat is going, so that you don't end up burning way off to the side and end up eventually burning the side of your bowl out. You want to control your burn all the way down. So you guys can see we've made pretty good headway here already with the bowl.
not black.
I'm going to take the Trail Boss here and do a little bit of chipping away on it. Now, with that done, I'm going to rough it up even a little bit better with the chisel again. Mallet, please. So at this point, you really want to concentrate your burn to keep it an even, consistent burn all the way down. So patience is key when doing this kind of stuff. It's not a rush project.
You say that with such patience.
You can see by roughing it up how it's grabbing the little more fibrous parts and burning away there first. It takes a long time to burn in these bowls, but if you do it properly, you're going to have a utensil for a long time.
Shit. Great job.
So now we're trying to get a good hot fire on top again to concentrate a bunch of coals where we want it. You can see the fire's offset to this side of the log. That's because we want to burn out this area here and leave this area on this side. So it's been a nice day out in the bush today. I've enjoyed being out here and having Caleb with me, a little bit of company.
Hello.
Teach him something new and something different. And I mean, the kids have done this already, but this is just a little bit different method than they have done previously. we're just kind of out relaxing. We had our lunch.
Testing new things.
It's
chisels.
It's nice to just come out and, like Caleb said, test some new gear and
make new gear.
And just be in the bush. Enjoy yourself, do little things, and try some new stuff.
Play with the dog.
Izzy is out with us. You've seen her. She's running around.
Being a menace.
We do have a lot of other projects ongoing that you guys will see once we can make our way back there. I mean, the snow is so deep and stuff that it'd take us 7 hours to walk in there. So, I mean, we haven't did much of that since we got a good shot of snow. We've been hanging around more areas that are easier to access for when we run our kids' camps and stuff. If something happens, you have the ability to get people out. We will be going back and working on the Bushcraft Treehouse, as well as the Bushcraft Base Camp and the Wiki up once we can get back to our normal stomping grounds. You guys can see that coming in future videos. We will be getting out there. I'm going to attempt, I think, here myself to go walk in there and have a bushcraft overnight stay back there. But we'll see. Time will tell. I'd like to do it, but it all depends if I got the time. Well, guys, thanks for joining us. We're going to pack up and head out now. It's been a good day in the bush. We never completed our bowl here, but we'll get to it next time. We're not in a big deal. Just going to zoom in here, give you guys a closer look of what it looks like at this stage. It's coming along really good. We're quite happy with it. Hope you guys enjoyed the small look at Cold Steel's Trail Boss axe. I will be using this a lot more in the future, as well as our stalwart chisels. We appreciate you guys coming along. Until next time, take care.